the end of the world. I'm going to repeat that. The so-called white man is the end of the world. That means his rulership. That's all it means. His rulership is up. Read.
And Jacob,
the so-called black man, the Israelites, read,
is the beginning of it that followeth.
Is the beginning of it that followeth, talking about the future kingdom. This is what you got to look forward to, Israel. This is what you have to look forward to. See, this is what your pork chop eating pastors don't teach. This is what your Muslim leader doesn't teach. This is what your Baptist minister doesn't preach. And all Joel Osteen, Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr., what's that other guy? TDJ. None of them teach that. None of them teach that. This is what you're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be a man of the Lord. You're supposed to be prophesying the downfall of America, and you're supposed to tell the truth. Because Esau, the so-called white man, is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Jacob being the Israelites, being the so-called black man, Negro man, West Indian man, Puerto Rican man. Right. Your kingdom is next. Your future is next. Your chance for rulership is next. Not according to us, as it is written according to the Bible. How can you not want that? The Most High separated you from everybody else, made you special from everybody else. Going to give the future kingdom to you because he loves you. But you hard-headed, you don't want to listen, you don't want to return. All the riches of the earth is going back to Israel. All the gold, all the jewelry, all the minerals. Everything that you can imagine is going back to the nation of Israel. And you don't want that. You fighting, you rebuking that. Because you're a damn fool. Because you want to vote as a Republican. You want to vote as a Democrat. You want to listen to Roland Martin, Jesse Jackson, and Al Sharpton to keep white supremacy alive and keep talking about you need to vote for this guy, you need to vote for that guy. No. You need to return as Israelites. That's your only redemption in this earth. Voting democratically, voting as a Republican is not going to help our people, and it has not helped our people since they gave you the right to vote. Mm-hmm. But you still do it. Why? Because you don't know who you are. You don't believe in yourself. You don't know that you're an Israelite. You don't know that you're great, according to the Bible. The Most High separated you for a reason from the other nations, so you won't deviate from his laws, statutes, and commandments. Call it out, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven.
New Jerusalem, the future kingdom for us, coming down out of heaven. Read.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
So the Most High already got the kingdom already prepared for us. Everything that he says is going to happen is going to be manifested. So the kingdom is already prepared. It's just a matter of that order being given for the miraculous return of Yahweh. Read.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
So the Most High is going to be with us. He's our power. That's where we get our strength from. We get our strength from the Most High. We don't get our strength from the spiritual demon Satan. That's what the other nations do. That's our strength. When times get hard, we get into the scriptures. We pull in our resources. We get power and glory from the Most High, from the scriptures. That's the comforter, the words. Read.
And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
So all this hell that you're catching now, the Most High, in the future kingdom, you won't have to deal with that. Because the Most High is going to wipe away all your tears. Read on.
And there shall be no more death.
There shall be what?
No more death.
No more drive-bys. No more cop killings. Mm-hmm. No more innocent 3-year-old getting shot in the community because these drug dealers, got a beef with some other. All that stuff going to be done away with, really.
Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain.
No more pain. No more pain. That's beautiful. And this is what we have to look forward to. Because, we suffer from a lot of diseases, heart conditions, cancer, all these different ailments. We won't have to worry about that in the kingdom. This is a beautiful thing, man. That's why when I say we rejoice when we see America fall, because America's totally opposite against the Bible.
That's right.
The Bible's a good thing. The Bible's not a bad thing. The Bible's a good thing. When it's taught the right way. But see, they don't follow after, America doesn't follow after the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. So that's why we so adamant in speaking of the calamities of America, because we want to see this place destroyed. Because it doesn't uphold the laws of the Bible. America is a very hypocritical nation, and that's why it deserves everything it gets. You talk about freedoms and civil liberties, all Americans, that's all a bunch of hogwash that they give you in the media with these political candidates and these politicians. They care nothing about you because they know that America is a corporation. They have always known that. They know that all the orders that they get from the spiritual demon Satan. And they know that America, somebody owns America. They know that. You don't think Donald Trump doesn't know that America has ownership? You don't think Mitch McConnell knows that America has ownership? Somebody owns America. America is owned by the international bankers, and everybody should know that. America is owned. America is a corporation and is owned. And they set up the people that they want to run their corporation. It's not rocket science. You people make this out to be so difficult because they got you so wrapped up in the sports and the entertainment and the politics. That's why the Most High took those things away from you. That's why he took those things away from you, because you can't focus on what you're supposed to get or what you're supposed to receive because you're so mind-boggled with how many points LeBron James is going to score. Who the Jets going to pick up in the draft. Things that not going to serve our people well. And that's what our people are involved in. They're involved in the folly of America. And that's why you can't understand when we speak the way we speak passionately about the downfall of America because we know the kingdom is for us. We know that all the precious diamonds and jewels, all that stuff's going to be restored to Israel. That we're going to have slaves. The white man going to be our slaves. The white woman going to be our slave. Their children going to be our slaves. The African man going to be our slave. The Chinese man going to be our slave. The Japanese man. All these other nations outside the nation of Israel is going to be your servants. They're going to be your slaves. How can you not want that? How can you rebuke that? That's why 2/3 of our people must die before they return back to the kingdom, because you have to renew your mind as an Israelite. Because the kingdom have no room for you if you think like that. You get that slave mentality. We have no room for you in the kingdom. Because the kingdom is for Israelites. The kingdom is not for niggas. The kingdom is not for faggots. The kingdom is not for lesbians. The kingdom is not for whores. The kingdom is not for drug dealers.
Bring it out.
The kingdom is for Israelites. People who follow after these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. This is who the kingdom is for. It's not for those people that I just mentioned. And that's why the Bible, we passionate when we come out and speak, on a detriment to our own people as well as the other nations, because you need to be told that. You need to be told that. We're not going to kiss your ass and say, all you got to do is say the blood of Jesus and you get the kingdom. It doesn't work that way. You got to put the work in to get the kingdom. You don't know what tribe you come from. You're not entering the kingdom. You a nasty damn faggot. You're not entering the kingdom. You're a dirty, stinking lesbian. You're not entering the kingdom. Call it out, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
So everything that happened on this side is going to pass away. You won't have to worry about it anymore. Go ahead, brother.
And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new.
So the Most High is going to make everything new. Read.
And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son.
Plain and simple. He that overcometh all things. So he that overcometh the perilous times that we live in will get the kingdom of the Most High, the future kingdom that's supposed to come back to the nation of Israel. Give me Ecclesiastes 25 and 7. And Brother Godal's got a good article that he's going to expound on further, and he's going to edify you even more.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. You said verse 7?
Yes, sir.
Verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Woo! Read that again, brother. Read that again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That's beautiful. That's a very profound scripture, to be able to see the destruction of your enemies.
Right.
That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. To be able to see the white man fall is a beautiful thing. To be able to see the Chinese man fall, it's a beautiful thing. To be able to see the Arab man fall, it's a beautiful thing. All nations the one that came up against us, to see them fall, the ones that accept their businesses up in our communities and take our money and go back with the riches to their communities. It's going to be a pleasure seeing these nations fall. And we thank the Most High for putting these words in the Bible so we could bring them forth to you the way it's supposed to be brought forth to you, and not lied to and like they give to you in the Christian church, a bunch of mumbo-jumbo nonsense. And it's a beautiful thing, because we waiting to see our enemies fall. We want to see our enemies fall. That's going to be a beautiful thing, to be able to witness the destruction of America with our own eyes, brothers.
All right. Beautiful.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I mean, that's something to shed a tear about.
That's right.
You know, not because America's going through whatever it's going through. It's that they're supposed to struggle. America's supposed to go through what it's going through. Now, we want to shed a tear for the future kingdom and seeing our enemies be put to death.
Right.
That's a reason to shed a tear. That all the hard work that you put in as an Israelite, as a practicing Israelite, to see all that, to see the Most High reward you on the other side. That you didn't sell your soul for the white man's riches, you know. You didn't do that. You know, whatever it is that you had, you made do with it. You took care of your family because you knew the reward was coming on the other side. And to see our enemies destroyed, man, that's going to be marvelous. That's going to be marvelous, man. There's no other way to describe it. The feeling that you would get just to see it with your own eyes, to be on the chariots.
That's right.
And to see the nation suffering with the thermonuclear destruction. They getting their heads chopped off. That's going to be beautiful.
That's right.
We welcome that. We welcome the fall of America. We welcome to see our enemies be put to death and be made our footstools. We welcome that. And we're going to continue to prophesy the downfall of America. We're going to continue to do that until that very first bomb is released, until that famine begins, and until you see the armed forces in your communities, because this is what's next. The America that you knew, that we all knew, is over.
That's right.
America is finished. So Brother Goodall is going to go in with his portion of the lesson, and I hope you got something out of that. So, Brother Goodall.
Yeah, so like Brother Benah been saying, man, a change is going to come, and we're here to warn the people, because before this change come, all hell is going to break loose. And this coronavirus pandemic, it's a setup. It's a setup for the so-called white man New World Order. And that Kim Sun Yahweh